Peace Collective, as usual. Anyways, this is about to be a live for today's energy update. Today we're supposed to be having, I think they said a solar storm. Don't quote me on that, but I did get a sudden urge to want to go live. Yeah, there's not really any too much updates, y'all. I went 158 days no drinking, but my first social event, I did have a few shots. Anyways, I'm definitely never going to do that again because I think that reminded me why I like to stay sober. I am going on 2 weeks no smoking. Friday will be 14 days since the last time I had anything to smoke. So that's actually really good. I guess just being very transparent with my sobriety journey. Yeah, I washed my fucking hair. Being transparent with my sobriety journey, talking about my, I don't like to call them relapses because it's not like I'm an addict or an alcoholic, but just adapting a sober way of living, not just a sober way of living, but being able to be around energy without trying to be under the influence. As you guys know, I'm very sensitive to energy. I'm highly intuitive. And when I go to events or when I'm surrounded by the public, and then not trying to sound like an old lady, but like the rap music and then like the cussing and the smoking, you know, just certain environments that my energy has not been in a long time. And I most definitely fell and folded. Had a few drinks or whatever like that, but I'm back on my sobriety journey. Still working out, still trying to get a little fit, still trying to tone my arms up. But that's enough about me. With the energy shifts that I'm about to be talking about today, as you guys know, we are in June. We are 6 months into the year, 6 months into the energy. I know I was talking to a client last night, and my client was talking about how she feels like she kind of wasted this whole year. And it's like, it's not about wasting the whole year. This year has literally been about the journey and not the destination. So if you were someone like me who was trying to rush their way to a destination, if you were someone like me that was just hyper focused on a destination, hyper focused on an outcome, then 2025 probably has been a very irritating year, a very trying year, a year that may even had you questioning your own faith, your own intuition, and things like that. But again, 2025 is literally the year of the journey, not the destination. Not suggested that we won't be reaching our destination this year, but like I said before, we're just now getting 6 months in. If you feel like you wasted the year, I promise you, you have not. We have definitely been going through a lot of necessary lessons for our character development, necessary lessons to continue to build on our divine wisdom, and I don't know, just pave the way, I guess. Anyways, today's collective messages is just going to be about the current energy. It's been raining all day. And it's going to continue to rain all day, so it's gloomy as fuck outside. We're going to do that over again. Thank you, Most High, ancestors and spirits that match my intentions, for allowing me to get these messages out to the collective. Can you please read the collective energy and provide the accurate clarity that they are seeking or needing to hear? For my spiritual beings, even my religious beings, people who are focused on a practice, this tonight and the next few nights, I guess just the remainder of the week, this is literally the best time for you guys to start to get rooted in your practices. There's a lot of spiritual attacks that's in the air. A lot of people project the negative energy. Keep in mind, all spiritual attacks doesn't mean like it's done by magic or a spell book. Sometimes people just talking shit about you, slandering your name. If you told anybody your progress or talk to anybody about your progress, the things you want to build on, things like that. It's just envy, a lot of envy and a lot of pride in the air today and over the next few days. So just be mindful of oversharing what you're working on right now and stay prayed up. Anyways, what is going to be, okay, the overall theme for the collective message today? And we're going to pull some of these. If you guys see spots on my shirt, it's because I literally just washed my hair this morning. After like 3 weeks. My retwist is fucked. And I can't get another one for 3 months, but I finally got a new bonnet, so my hair won't be as frizzy anymore. All right. Anyways, what does the collectors need to know, ancestors? Oh, hell no. I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on. It's a whole bunch of blank cards in here. That's not supposed to be. All right, let's get this shit together. All right, now, there we go. Still, what the fuck is going on? Yeah, I guess I should have better prepared before I clicked the live button on. All right, I think that should be the last of it. I have made some new cards, and apparently there's a lot of blank cards in here. All right, so to start your reading, the overall theme for your message today is find your center. And with this card is talk about staying true to yourself, calling it to yourself. With calling it to yourself, this is talk about speaking things into existence. This is talk about affirmations. Going back to staying true to yourself, this is just talking about you being headstrong about the path that you're going down, not allowing outsiders to come in and speak fear into your plans. Don't feel like you need to, making sure you don't feel like you need to change who you are or how you do things to be able to obtain some type of success or healing. This is just kind of like you guys are being rerouted back to a more authentic path, especially if you found yourself straying away, especially if you found yourself experiencing an identity crisis, not for sure what you want to believe when it comes to your spiritual and religious practices. Just things like that where if at one point in time, especially throughout 2025, if you found yourself being confused, you're going to be getting a lot of clarity, and this clarity is just a reminder to stay true to yourself, stay true to the path that you're already on, stay true to the gods that you're already praying to, and don't allow anybody to try to get you to change your mind or change directions. Now, I do see the next card out is Stone of Destiny, and this card talks about your life path, becoming more ambitious, and some type of passion. So collective, at one point in time, you guys could have felt like you were unfulfilled. Maybe you had some type of loss of interest, loss of passion. Again, maybe you guys were experiencing some type of identity crisis. Things that you once loved and admired, you found yourself no longer participating with it, or you found yourself no longer feeding into it. Whatever this is, this lack of passion, this loss of interest, I see that this was actually supposed to be a part of your journey, because you guys are ultimately making a decision, regardless of what it looks like right now, regardless of how hard it is. Someone's either going to make the decision to continue to stay on this path, and others of you, I don't want to say others of you, let me rewrite that. Some of you guys, regardless of how hard or intense the journey may be, you guys are making the ultimate decision to stay loyal to it. Some people who have experienced how hard and intense this journey is are making the ultimate decision to leave it. It's kind of like someone who was once spiritual, when they're leaving spirituality, become religious, which I don't discriminate on either. And that's just an example. Or someone who once thought they wanted to go to school to be a doctor, but now they're going to settle for being a nurse because it seems more easier. It's just kind of like some people are getting ready to evolve backwards out of fear, and others are going to continue to walk in faith and not by sight, and they're staying loyal to the journey regardless of how hard it is. Those who are staying loyal to the journey, I do see that there is some type of upgrade and fulfillment that's going to be coming your way. Again, if you felt like you lost passion, you lost interest, you lost motivation, it's not going to continue to be, you're not going to continue to be in this energy for quite some time. Why am I fucking up on my words? You guys are not going to be in this energy too much more longer. I do see as you guys are making some type of dedication, or you guys are just reclaiming your spiritual path, reclaiming your spiritual practices, this is actually about to make you very magnetic. Now, with this magnetic energy collective, you got to be careful. And this is one thing I have to be careful about, because I swear to God, since Friday, I've had over 50 friend requests of nothing but men. I'm over here like, I hope one of my exes ain't make a group chat about me. Like, I ain't that much of a saint. But no, it's like, it was men from like Arkansas, it was spiritual men, it was men from Omaha. Like, I swear to God, I got over 50 requests of men. And if you click, I don't know if my following is public or not, but if you click my following, the first 50 are all men from different states. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I don't, like, my profile picture is not even enough to be chasing after. I'm in a magnetic energy right now after I claim some sobriety life. So with being magnetic energy, you got to be careful. Although it's extremely good because you're attracting a lot of opportunities, offers, you know, you're manifesting things, you're speaking into existence, it's coming in a lot sooner. There's always a polarity. There's always two sides of everything. So just as well as you guys could be a magnet to a lot of blessings and abundances coming your way, you're also a magnet to a lot of distractions that's also about to come your way. People who could be trying to confuse you or get you off your path. At this point in time, especially if we're going to talk about romance or anything like that, this is not the time to be dating. If you are magnetic like this, be wary, because there's a lot of wolves in sheep's clothing that is going to be trying to, I guess, get in your good graces. Wherever there's light, there's dark, and wherever there's dark, there's light. And sometimes when we evolve a higher, although us evolving higher into a higher frequency is rewarding and gives us a chance to create heaven on earth, again, there's a lot of wolves in sheep's clothing who want to cloak themselves as a spiritual being or as someone of worth so they could be able to ride this wave with you. Be careful of magnetic energy right now, because I do see that it's only coming in with distraction. And then my next card out is bad company corrupts good character. Man, I swear I don't make this shit up. Of course, take it how it resonates, collective. But like I said before, we are 6 months into the year. I would not suggest that you guys stayed in hermit mode. Of course, go outside. Of course, meet new people, become open to meeting new people. But again, just be very mindful who you're inviting into your life, what you're inviting into your life. Because like I said before, Saturday, I had a few shots. That was it. With my sister. I wasn't around no niggas or anything like that. And then I really feel like I invited a lot of energy into my life just by having some shots. And I know, not trying to be dramatic, because people drink. Everybody drinks. But when I've already been on such a sober path, I don't know, y'all. This is going to sound crazy, but I swear to God, I be feeling like I have incubus spirits trying to hunt my ass, man. They want me. They want my divine feminine energy. I am not going. I am not fucking with nobody. I'm shit. Anyways, moving along, just remember bad company corrupts good character. And this is just not about romance either. This is about ass kissers. This is about yes man, people trying to come into your life. It's going to be important that you guys use your discernment to be able to avoid the bad. Because again, with you being in magnetic energy, you are attracting good people into your life. You are attracting connections and bonds that can take your business to another level, or connections and bonds that can help you heal. Just, you know, you're attracting good people in your energy. So I'm not telling you to go into hermit mode. I'm just telling you it's a test of your discernment. If you've already went through a series of lessons, attracting bad characters, going through betrayals, experiencing things like that, then you're supposed to use those past lessons and that wisdom that you gained to be able to navigate you around new people. Like I tell all my clients, trust issues is an illusion. There's no such thing as trust issues, because there's genuinely untrustworthy people in the world, and there's trustworthy people, and they're all mumbled, jumbled up out here in the community. It's not like trustworthy people walking around with a check mark on their head. Therefore, trust issues is an illusion. There's genuinely untrustworthy people. It is up to you, your discernment, intuition, and good judgment skills to be able to discern who is good for you or not. And I see for somebody, it's not everybody, but for some of you guys still have certain individuals in your energy that is blocking, some type of blessings or abundance. People, places, or things in your energy that's kind of keep you stagnant. I do have a confirmation for roadblocks here, but with this roadblock energy, my next card out is distance. This talks about divorce, ghosting, and separation. And then my procrastination card is in reverse, which means that you guys are no longer procrastinating. So again, at one point in time, this could be recent past energy. This could have been the whole 2025. This could have been your summer last year. Time is lenient. What I'm trying to tell you is, as you guys are starting to get these motherfuckers out your energy, the blockages are going to be removed. Some of you guys were sleeping with your enemy. Not everybody. Some of you guys were sleeping with your enemy, and that enemy was the biggest blockage in your life. Whew. Yeah, literally, my next card out is what? Windfall, a piece of unexpected good fortune. So going back to you guys possibly feeling like you were unfulfilled at one point in time, lost lack of lack of passion, loss of motivation. Maybe you guys felt like you were on a hamster wheel. Like my client told me last night, maybe you guys felt like you wasted your whole 2025 and now we're in the middle of the month and ain't got shit to show for it. I promise you, you didn't waste shit. You did not waste nothing. Everything is divine timing right now. And some of the things, if not some, all of the things that you guys have been experiencing has solely been for your spiritual growth. Some of you guys needed to sit in suffering. And I know that sounds, yeah, but some of you guys needed to sit in suffering. Some of you guys needed to sit in poverty. Some of you guys needed to sit in whatever it is that was triggering you that could have made you depressed, that could have made it seem like you were falling off. But it's like you guys had to sit in that energy, because while you were sitting in that energy, you were also becoming more stronger, which is what make these lessons necessary. Whatever it is you're manifesting, whatever it is you're praying for, however you see your life in the next 5 years, you have to ask yourself if you're mentally and emotionally and spiritually prepared to even be able to maintain that. If not, you're going to have to focus on the journey before you try to get to the destination, just so you could go through that process of character development. As you go through the process of character development, like Erykah Badu says, peace and blessings manifest with every lesson learned. Some of you guys had to make the hard decision of cutting people off. Everybody is not romantic. Some of you guys have some extremely toxic family members, extremely toxic friends. Maybe you had a toxic work environment or a living environment. Just something here that was kind of suppressing your abundance as well as your authentic being. Now, you guys might still be in this energy. Take it how it resonates. Everybody's not in the same place. But it's like in the month of June, you guys are getting that. It's like you're getting a way out. And it's like, whatever this way out is, this could simply be a way out of a certain mindset, a way out of an addiction. I don't know. But it's like now that you guys are getting a way out or being given a way out of a situation or a circumstance, this is when you're going to need to drop your ego. Because you need to let go of what you think it's supposed to look like. It's kind of like this, right? And I don't know why I'm picking up this scenario. Take it how it resonates. But it's kind of like a woman who's planning to leave her husband, right? And she been planning on this for like a year. Have an escape plan and everything. And she's like, oh, June 5th, I'm going to finally leave my husband. But on June 3rd, your husband find another girl and leave you first. And it's like, are you going to sit there and let your ego get to you? Like, I know this motherfucker ain't leave me before I leave him. Or are you going to look at it as, this is my way out? It's like a car. You have a shitty ass car that's been draining your pockets for a year. And then today it gets repoed. I don't know. Are you going to sit there and like, I know they didn't repo my piece of shit car? Or are you going to charge it to the game and finally let go of that burden? It's kind of like you're being tested when it comes to your ego. As you guys are being presented a way out, you need to surrender the need to control the situation. For one, we can only control ourselves. And then for two, you need to let go of what it's supposed to look like. If you ask for your freedom, then it doesn't matter if this nigga left you first. Bury your ego. If you ask for your load to be lightened and your car gets repoed, okay, let that shit go to collections. You pay that next year. I know, probably horrible advice. I'm not a financial guru. Don't take my fucking advice. But speaking from experience, like, you know what? It is a lot easier to let that piece of shit go than to continue to jump hundreds and thousands of dollars into something that's obviously showing it's not guaranteed. Let go of what you think is supposed to look like collective and be open-minded to the transformations that are coming your way. Regardless, everything that is you're getting ready to experience is going to be happening for you and not to you. It's happening for your betterment. It's happening for your future. It's happening for the greater good of your future, your reality, whatever the case is. Some of you guys could be resonating a lot, synchronizing with a lot of different numbers. You guys could be I can't even talk. You guys could be seeing the number 1111, 1212, 1234, 4321. Just numbers like that. This is just a reminder that you guys are in the process of creating a better life. And understand, when you're creating a better life, it's not easy. It's going to be challenging. But I've been saying it for years. Things that come easy don't last long. Things that last long will never come easy. I see that right now, a lot of you guys are also on, you guys are on a journey where you're falling back in love with yourself. And while you guys are falling back in love with yourself, you guys are also going to be awakening up to new spiritual gifts. Now, you know, everybody, I'm a stronger believer, everybody has spiritual gifts. Intuition, I hate when it be the arrogant spiritualists that be like, oh, only I have intuition. Intuition is part of the sixth senses. The lions in the jungle have intuition. It's a very thin line between intuition and fear, just like it's a very thin line between intuition and mental illness. It's so similar, but it's not exactly the same. Anyways, with waking up to new spiritual gifts, this is just you guys' intuition becoming stronger. Are you guys developing new talents and skills that are going to be able to carry you along the way? I see as you guys are in the process of falling back in love with yourself, you're in the process of creating a better life. Be mindful. There's a lot of people that are attempting to come back from the past. But whoever these people are who are coming back around from the past, they're coming back like a day late and $1 short. This could be someone that you at one point in time wanted an apology for. Maybe this is like a toxic parent. And for years, you wanted your mother or father to just take accountability for your childhood. And then once you finally don't need their apology anymore, you forgive them anyways, you surrender to the Most High, or you detach, and you start to fall in love with yourself. You're on this journey. You're experiencing this windfall. Now they're coming in trying to have these harsh and uncomfortable conversations. It's like, it's too late. Of course, you could hear them out. But whoever I'm picking up on, it's like you're going to hear them out, but you don't give a fuck. Or again, I don't know why I keep getting this. And it could be men. It could be a man divorcing his wife, because women don't just divorce men. It's an even battlefield out here. But again, it's just like someone that's getting ready to divorce their partner. And it's like after the paperwork is already turned in, after you done cried so many nights for years straight, you finally are at a healthy point in your life where you can move forward. And then here comes this motherfucker like, you know what, let's make it work. We've been together for 10 years. Let's be together for 10 more years. It's like, I don't know. It's like the ancestors is telling you, the moment you could present it your way out, eliminate your ego. And no matter how confusing emotions may become, continue to push forward. All right, what else does the collective need to know, ancestors? Someone's scared of the unknown. Your fears are a reflection of your faith. Your faith is a reflection of your fear. If you had stronger faith, those fears wouldn't exist. That's a lie. Your fears would exist, but you wouldn't allow your fears to consume you. I see someone here really needs to get rooted in their faith. Where if it's the Most High, your higher self, Jesus, the Virgin Mary, Gaia, whatever it is that you believe in, make sure you're not half-assing it. Like I started off this live, from today and the remainder of the week, this is the perfect time for you guys to be rooted in your spiritual practices. This is why I got my little prayer Bible. This is me, created all by myself, every page. I say like the whole book's filled. It's not filled. Give me about 2 more years. But you guys just need to get rooted in your practices right now. You need to get rooted in praying, get rooted in journaling. If you have an altar, make sure you're giving offerings. Some of you guys may need to create like an altar or a prayer closet. Some of you guys may need to go out and find like-minded individuals. Like if you know you go to church, go back to church if you found yourself stopping. If you know that you, I don't know, into readings or, I don't know, spirituality, we have so many outlets to seize God. You can go outside and stand in the rain right now and have a cleanse. But whatever the case is, I see that someone needs to make sure they're getting rooted in their faith. And every time you feel your fears trying to stop you or the fear of the unknown take over your mind, this is when you need to reassure yourself that divine has a plan for you. And I'm not just saying this just to pull this out of my ass. I'm telling you, I see it right here. I see that some of you guys are facing challenges right now, but you need to understand you don't have to go through this shit alone. You don't. You may not have the support you like. Okay, like maybe someone wants their mother to be there for them. They want their sister. They want their spouse to be there for them. People can't be who you need them to be. They can only be who they are. So because of that, you need to be open to who can help you. Where if that's going back to church, where if that's finding a nonprofit, where if that's finding a sisterhood or brotherhood on social media, whatever the case is, I just see the ancestors are suggesting you're making your life a lot harder than what it needs to be by suppressing your problems. Connect with people and understand you don't have to bear something alone. Others of you, this could be therapy, counseling, I don't know. But keeping it to yourself because you're independent doesn't make you strong. It makes you a sabotager. And this is what I had to learn. This is coming from someone who does everything by themselves. I understand. Sometimes not asking for help is literally only sabotaging me. It's sabotaging my son. It's okay to get help. It doesn't make you weak. It makes you aware. It makes you aware of your limits. Anyways, I do see Find the perfect timing. Some of you guys are about to, or some of you guys need to start to have better time management. Yeah. Whatever this time management is, again, this could just be, again, time management when it comes to praying every night. This could be time management when it comes to after you get off work, at least spending 30 minutes on a business. This is time management when it comes to bettering your life right now. Understanding that you have more free time than you like to admit. But what you choose to do in your free time may not be as beneficial towards your future or your spiritual growth as it should be. I do see, though, in the months of June, you guys are going to start to see results. You guys are going to start to see results. You guys are going to start to notice progress. And as you're seeing these results and noticing progress, you need to make sure you are moving in silence right now. A lot of you guys, like I started off in the beginning of the reading, you're in this magnetic energy. And you're attracting both good and bad right now. So because of that, you have a lot of eyes on you, a lot of pocket watchers on you, a lot of naysayers who are waiting to judge and dictate the things that you're doing. So I do see, in order for people not to speak on what you're creating or your progress, keep it silent right now. I do see my next card out is self-seeking, putting yourself before others, strong enough to stand alone, the process of self-discovery. So yeah, you guys are going back to falling back in love with yourself. You're seeking your own validation. You're seeking to make yourself proud. You guys could be developing new boundaries that are going to lead you to have better self-respect for yourself. It's just something here where you guys in the months of June are going to take these last 6 months you just experienced and all the energy, all the emotions, all the chaos and confusions, and you're about to alchemize all of that energy into you. You're going to integrate it. I don't know why I was about to struggle on that word. You're going to integrate it into your being. You're going to use that to water your garden. It's literally alchemy, turning pain into power and power into a passion. I do see there's still emotional ties here. There's some soul ties here. There is some trauma bonds here. And I just see that you guys need to free yourself from bondage. Someone still needs to do a cord cutting. Someone needs to sever the ties. I know, I do not offer that shit no more. I do, but I don't. But I do, but I don't. My clients who've been around me for the last 5-6 years, I do it for, just for the simple fact they still have my old listing. They be quick to post it like, you still do these? Like, where'd you even find that from? I don't like doing spell work no more, especially not in 2025, the age of Aquarius. People are just, my opinion, magic's our birthright. But magic's solely supposed to be used for your healing, your generational curses, to get away from poverty and addictions, to get away from trauma bonds and domestic violence. Magic's supposed to be used for your mind, body, and soul. It's supposed to be used for your growth and your comprehension for spirituality. The moment you try to take other people's free will away, you're trying to manipulate the system, you're trying to manifest $1 million, which I've seen it happen. It's like you're playing with some fire. Because everything you receive in this life, honestly, you have to earn. And that's just the truth, even with spell work. But anyways, let me be quiet because everyone does not look at spirituality the same as me. Next card out, continuing on. What the fuck does this say? Healthy relationships. So, I kept talking about breakups and divorces. Everybody's not going through a breakup divorce. If you're like me, you've probably been single for years. So, we don't have any heartbreaks when it comes to that. But I see that by you guys falling in love with yourself, by you guys freeing yourself from soul ties and bondages, you guys are creating some type of alignment towards a healthier relationship. Again, you're a magnet, but it's like, for example, if this is someone who like really wants to be married one day, it's like you're going to be presented with 2 options. One option is going to be straight up husband material. The other option is trying to cloak themselves as a husband, but once you get with them, you're going to realize they're actually a stalemate. Use your discernment. Use your discernment. And don't be so quick to put out. I mean, I'm not someone that says, oh, you got to wait 90 days to have sex. I'm not saying that at all. But I will tell you, it's a hell of a lot harder to see red flags when you're already fucking somebody. So just being very transparent and raw with it. If you guys really want a relationship, a marriage, you're going to have to vet these niggas. You're going to have to really analyze them. You're going to have to put them through tests. I don't know. You talking to somebody, I'm shit. I'm not a relationship counselor. I'm just telling you, as far as you, to make sure you're not putting yourself in repeated cycles. Make sure you're not rushing some type of process. Make sure you're not attracting based off of lust. Make sure you aren't ignoring red flags out of desperation. Because again, just because you're a magnet right now, you're attracting both good and bad. And the people it's not about what we attract. It is not about what we attract. It's about who we're attracted to. And if you still have a toxic attraction to people who don't even have self-respect for themselves, then you're going to find yourself in a repeated cycle. Also, I have a confirmation for bad hygiene. So be careful of that. This bad hygiene doesn't necessarily have to mean like showers and brushing your teeth. This could also be sexual hygiene. People who don't get tested or checked. Just be careful. I see, yeah, you guys are entering a new level. The month of June, this is it. The wait is over. And with this new level, again, everything that you've already experienced is now your current wisdom. You're going to have to be strong because I said in the beginning of the reading, envy is out here, man. It's a collective theme. And like, I recently started to learn how to embrace being envied. I don't care anymore. I literally walk in a room and everybody mad. Not everybody. Everybody love me. It don't even be everybody. I'll call them the gross sisters. It's always the gross sisters, you know, after the Proud Family, the blue girls that always had their hands out, just bully ass bitches that always hated on Penny Proud. The gross sisters. There's always a gross sister in the building mugging somebody inside. I don't know. Embrace being envy, because I promise you 9 times out of 10 ain't nobody gonna even say anything to you. You intimidate other people, and when you intimidate people, people don't like that shit. So their automatic defense is to be aggressive when all you have to do is be your loving, kind self. So embrace being envy right now, because it is a collective thing. A lot of people are going to be jealous. This is also men jealous of women, women jealous of men. This is family members being jealous. This is high school friends. Whatever the case is a lot of people that are going to be jealous of your windfall. Pay it no mind. Again, this is why the lessons we experienced were kind of harsh. These lessons it showed us our resilience, man. And life is too short. Life is way too short. I literally used to let that shit keep me in the house. Like, I always hated going somewhere, because as soon as I go somewhere, all eyes on me. And I'm not saying that as arrogance. It's not like all eyes on me in a good way. These bitches is mugging me. Like, dude. And it be the biggest bitch. It be like a 7'2", 350. What you want with my 5 foot even ass? You gonna think I'm an easy target and fuck around and get stabbed. You gonna fuck around and need some stitches with me. Like, don't fuck with me. But I had to learn not to allow that shit to keep you in a house, because that's what they want. They want you to suppress your beauty. They want you to suppress your authenticity. They want you to hide the very essence that make you, you. Because when you walk in the room, we steal the attention. Favor ain't fair. I don't know. I'm not pulling these cards. But that is definitely some lessons I've been learning. And it's another reason why I love being sober, man. I fucking love being sober, because I be seeing all these out-of-body bitches mugging. Like, when's the last time you even jogged a mile? Like, you motherfuckers are so fucking unhealthy in your 30s and then got the mad to be mugging somebody. I'm telling you, all that drinking and fast food and fucking all these different niggas, y'all are beating y'all bodies down. And about time you 40, you know, that stank attitude gonna have you manhandled by someone way smaller than you. Motherfuckers do not take care of their vessels. Let me be quiet, man, before some more big bitches. There's always a big bitch. I ain't never had a bitch my height have a problem with me. Never. Anyways, let me shut up, because that is the ego in me talking. You can embrace being envied without being arrogant. There's a balance, and shit. It's hard for me to find a balance, because it's like, y'all make my head big. Anyways, moving on. I'm sorry, y'all. I hope this has resonated with somebody. But usually, high vibrational beings, people who resonate with me, we already know favorite ain't fair. I connect with favorite individuals who are anointed. Anyways, next card out is lead by example. But this lead by example just talk about you guys could be a teacher, a leader, guidance, or you guys could be in the process of paving your own way. As you guys are leading by example, it's going to be important that you tame your ego. I know, ancestors. I'm going to shut the fuck up. It's hard, man. It is so hard when you feel like you have a whole city. It's not a whole city because my city loves me. But you got like a quarter of the city that wants you to just be down and out so bad. It just triggers you to want you to, it just makes you want to pop your shit even more, because self-love literally cripples the enemy. Self-love cripples the enemy. Love cripples any spiritual attacks, spiritual hexes. I don't care if you're religious or it does not matter. Love is the highest frequency. Fear is the lowest frequency. When you're evolving on a love frequency, those spiritual attacks cannot fuck with you. That's why I always tell my clients, love all things so all things can love you back. Next card out, clear, cancel, and release. Going back to this ego card, the need to control, be right, heard, or validated. Surrender your ego and unnecessary baggage. Free yourself. Some of you guys are leading by example, and you're going to be making examples out of people. The example you're setting is be careful how you treat people. Be careful who you count out. Anybody can be anything at any moment in this life, and anybody can experience a falling off as well. I was about to say, look at Diddy, but I'm done talking about Diddy. Because if y'all haven't noticed, and you know I love my white people, but if y'all haven't noticed, white people like to call every black man Diddy. It's like, what about Dan? I don't know. I've been picking up on the bullshit that it's just so fucking racist on the internet. So racist on the internet. All right, anyways, the gateway, doors are opening, opportunities, the right timing. This goes back to like what I was telling my client last night who said she feels like she wasted her whole year. You did not waste your whole year. If you felt like you suffered this whole year, you literally just got done going through a series of challenges. Challenges are complicated. If life was easy, we wouldn't have no discernment. I was telling my son that went homeschool. My son likes to use the laptop for homeschool versus when I give him paperwork, because he'd be like, every time you give me paperwork, it takes way longer, it's way harder, but it's like, it's homeschool. If you're not being challenged and you're not having any brain stimulation, you're not learning. So if you felt like you were going through sufferings, you felt like you were going through losses, you felt like you were going through setbacks, congratulations, you're in the process of developing. But doors are opening and something's coming to you at the perfect time. It's just that some of you guys need to redefine your faith right now. Stand firm in your faith with the inner knowing that my current situation is not my final destination. I was not going through shit just to go through shit. And very soon, I'm sorry, this almost caught on fire. Very soon, my windfall is coming. Now I done knocked out my candle. Anyways, what other cards should I be pulling? I'm gonna pull some more of these, or let's pull some of these. Yeah. Some of you guys are still working on your confidence right now. Some of you guys still have some type of negative self-image. Some of you guys have been conditioned to think less of yourself. Some of you guys could have been in relationships around family members that always made you feel like you weren't good enough, you weren't worth it, or something like that. Get the fuck out of imposter syndrome. This is what they want you. This is how someone wants you to feel. Like if you were getting out of a relationship, this is how someone wants you to feel. Someone doesn't want you to realize your beauty, or someone doesn't want you to realize how handsome you are. Someone doesn't want you to realize your uniqueness. They want you to have this, so when you move on from them, you won't get the chance to meet this, because honestly, this and this doesn't go together. These two do not go together. What goes together is, where the fuck is my card? I don't even know where the card is. What goes together with this is this. This will eventually drain the fuck out of this. I tell my women all the time, just because you don't cheat doesn't mean you're a good person. If you emotionally unstable, who the fuck wants to be around someone who's constantly emotionally unstable? Who constantly, oh, it's me. I'm a victim. Self-pity this. I'm just a girl. I'm so defensive. You know that shit's manipulative, right? Like, you're a fucking damsel in distress, man. And I mean, yeah, there's some men that love to save the day. But if you like me, shit, I don't know, man. But just be careful. You need to fall back in love with yourself. You need to undo whatever conditioning that has been placed on you, so you can start to see the beauty and uniqueness in yourself. And so you can start to receive and demand the respect that you've always deserved. You've just been blind to. It's time to get out of low self-esteem mindsets, man. And how do you handle that? With a life coach session. Not only that, though. See, I knew some of my cards were still in this deck. But not only that, but I like to look at low self-esteem and high self-esteem as daily habits. Low self-esteem habits are, oh my gosh, my brain's going bright. Low self-esteem habits are eating a bag of chips. Like, not really. I eat a bag of chips. But low self-esteem is like overindulgence and toxicity. Low self-esteem is overindulgence in things that don't feed your mind, body, and soul. Low self-esteem is allowing people to overstep your boundaries. Low self-esteem is not having good hygiene, not having good self-care, not loving yourself. High self-esteem, oh yeah, low self-esteem is self-pity, victim mentality. Yeah, with no solutions. High self-esteem is resilience. High self-esteem is self-care. And self-care is not about makeup and skin regimen. Self-care is about working out and eating healthy. Make sure that your body is getting the proper amount of water all day, every day. Anything else, that's just an extra to self-care. But self-care doesn't have to be an aesthetic. Literally, self-care is about your vessel. High self-esteem habits is checking in with yourself, journaling. High self-esteem habits is moving with the intentions of love, not envy, hate, or jealousy. When you start to look at low self-esteem and high self-esteem as habits, then you're also able to start taking accountability for yourself about, okay, am I feeding my low self-esteem? Reason I say that, because low self-esteem and high self-esteem habits, we can look at it as low and high vibration. The angel on one shoulder, the demon on the other shoulder. Low self-esteem is low vibrational. It is. Having depression, living in depression, that's low vibrational. Anger, low vibrational. Resentment, low vibrational. Grudges, that's all low vibrational energy that is connected to low self-esteem and meant to drain you. It gives you a low will to live, a low will to create, a low drive to pursue what makes you happy. When you have high self-esteem, you have a higher will to live. You have a higher will to create. You have you're high self-esteem. And that's why when you look at people who may have like a whole bunch of plaque on their teeth, or again, they have like very poor hygiene, that's because they have a low will to live. They're low self-esteem, low vibrational. Book a life coach session if you want me to break that down again. More of what I'm trying to say is some of you guys need to start looking at your low self-esteem as a habit that's reversible. It's time to start doing things differently. Next card, man. What are you willing to sacrifice? What is the main thing that you feel like is dimming your light? What is it? You have to ask yourself these questions. And like I always tell my clients, if you guys are dating somebody or you're involved with somebody that you feel like if you show your authentic passions and talents to, it'll be weird or you'll be embarrassed, you're with the wrong fucking person. If you have a group of friends and you're scared to launch a business because, you know, your group of friends, they would never do that, or they think it's weird, you're hanging out with the wrong people. What are you afraid of, and what are you willing to sacrifice to get out of this negativity? Because how you do one thing is how you do everything. If you don't have the freedom to be your 100% authentic self, then what are you willing to sacrifice so you can be? Some of you guys, let's be real. I'll be real. I have my testimony. Weed makes you insecure. Weed will make you so fucking insecure. I'll post a picture on social media and be like, man, I look fire. Soon as I smoke, like, damn, that fupa big. Like, weed will make you insecure. Not everybody, some people. So do you need to sacrifice weed? Is weed making you feel insecure? Is smoking making you feel insecure? Is it the environments you go to? Everybody around you got a BBL or breast augmentations. You coming with your regular schmegler body? Then you need new friends. What is it that you're willing to sacrifice so you could be your 100% authentic self and get out of this negative self-image? So you could fall in love with yourself without the fear of, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like the old me, because the old me, I used to have low self-esteem. But I don't even remember. I guess fear of being embarrassed of being yourself. I don't know. But what are you willing to sacrifice? Is it these ancient niggas? Is it these environments you really don't resonate with? Some of you guys is going to the club and drinking and shit. Is it the weed smoke? Is smoking making you hold yourself back? Is it making you look at yourself insecure? What are you willing to sacrifice so you could be in this high vibrational, high self-esteem mindset? Hold on real quick.